Hey everyone, it's me, FM Plus, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I want to talk about 5 Laps at Freddy's, FNAF's questionable kart racer, and if it can be redeemed. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So, what exactly is 5 Laps at Freddy's? FLAF is a game that was teased a little while back by ClickTeam with this picture here. After that, it was announced that there would be a demo for the game available on August 7th during FNAF Week. August 7th came, and with it, the 5 Laps at Freddy's demo released. Sorry, Into the Pit came out on the 8th. Yeah, so this demo was so bad that Scott decided to release Into the Pit a whole day early to make up for it. I mean, technically it's because the game was released in Japan early, but it definitely felt like they were sorry for how bad FLAF was. Either way, we got the demo and it is for sure a demo. Crashes, softlocks, and many glitches. These are everywhere in the FLAF demo. I turned on this game for about 5 minutes and knew instantly that this would be the worst of everything to come out of the anniversary week. If, and this is a very big if, you can manage to get through a race with minimal glitches, it still wasn't very fun. The controls are janky, to say the least. Admittedly, I play on keyboard, and keyboards have never worked super great with racing or driving, but the way your kart controls is the worst I have experienced in any racing game that I have ever played. On top of that, the driving just feels generally slow too. I've played countless hours of Mario Kart, from the Wii up to the Switch, and even as someone who is extremely obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's and not Mario, it's not even close. There's not even any kind of tutorial or hints to get you started. I had to go into the settings and look at the controls. Gameplay wise, this game is the worst piece of official FNAF media to date, and yes, I would play Freddy in Space 2 over this game. Onto the visuals of FLAF, they leave a lot to be desired. They tried to have a unique art direction with this game, and I like the ideas they were going for. However, the way it was executed was not great. The characters are a mixed bag, some look great, but others are just flat out terrible. I like Freddy, and Springtrap looks pretty good too, but then you look at Chica and Bonnie, what even happened there? The maps aren't any better. Fazbear Hills looks alright, I guess, and the Sinkhole map looks completely unfinished. The Midnight Motorist map is my favorite of the bunch, and that one actually looks pretty alright. My favorite track isn't really a track though. On any track, when it goes to the night shift, it adds a lot to the visuals. Night shift is probably the best looking mode or track or whatever you want to call it in the game. I haven't even talked about the menus in the GUI yet. These things are kind of all over the place. None of it feels coherent with each other or matches with each other. Also, not including a map of the track you are currently playing on screen is a horrible decision. Overall, the visuals feel more like an early beta rather than something that was ready to be released, even as a demo. On to the point of this video. Why did I even decide to make it in the first place? Why should anyone even care about any of this? It's not because everything that comes out of FNAF has to be peak. It's not even because this game will affect the series in any way. I made this video because I really care about FNAF, and I want to see everything that comes out of it succeed. I don't think it's over for 5 Laps at Freddy's. I genuinely believe that this game can be fixed before its eventual release. Scott Cawthon has always had a great connection with the community, more than most creators with a series as big as Five Nights at Freddy's. If enough people come out and talk about this, I think that the game will be improved. FLAF is an amazing concept, and it could turn out to be one of the best and most fun games in the entire series. So, how do they fix it? I want to start this section by saying that I'm no game developer, graphic designer, programmer, artist, or anything like that. I do know, however, that it isn't very easy to make a game. I don't know what it would take to make the following changes, but if I could change anything about the game, these are what I would do. The first big change I would make to the game is to consolidate the GUI into one cohesive style. I love the menu designs, the character select screen, track select, and main menu. They all have a really charming feel to them. The in-game race GUI, however, does not, and I think they should change it to match the menus. That alone would make the visuals a whole lot better. Next is the tracks themselves. The 3 tracks we have are decent, but there's room for improvement. I think that the cartoonish style of FNAF World has a lot of potential, and I think they should lean fully into making a more modern take on that FNAF World style of visuals. It can have good lighting, shadows, and weather, but with a FNAF World twist on everything. The characters should also be inspired by that game too, because their designs in FNAF World are just peak, and you're wrong if you think otherwise. The gameplay of FLAF can also be greatly improved. I love the idea of the night shift phase, but they could definitely do more with that concept. Maybe they could make animatronics walk into the track and be an obstacle. They could even use enemies from FNAF World if they wanted to. Maybe these track hazards can be specific. Endos from Security Breach on the Sinkhole track, for example. There is a lot of potential here depending on what other tracks end up being added to the game. Maybe the night shift can open up different areas of the track that aren't there during the daytime, like Shortcut. Again, these are just some of my ideas, and I don't know how hard they would be to put into the game, but FNAF is a franchise with a lot of money, and I think that they could very easily make some of these changes. This game can very well become peak upon its full release. My request to you guys is to post somewhere, literally anywhere, and express how you feel about this game. If they see enough stuff, the game will be improved, updated, and fixed. Quick update from Editing Me, they've already released a fairly big update to the demo, fixing a lot of huge issues people were having. Things are already going in the right direction. There's still quite a bit of time for them to fix it more, and I hope that one day we will all look back at this demo and think about how far FLAF has come. So, that's the video. I really hope that this game turns out to be what I know it can be. Amazing. Let me know your thoughts on 5 Laps at Freddy's below, and I'll see you guys next Friday to talk about the amazing demo for the Joy of Creation. Or Into the Pit, I haven't really decided yet.